What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Superlair, and we are here for the obvious. Marvel Studios decided to drop the official trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps. Before we get into the trailer, they dropped the official poster, which is, let's look at that. I mean, hands down, one of my favorite comic book movie posters of all time. I love it so much. From the futuristic Jetsons backdrop to the bright suits to the Breakfast Club feeling of the cast all together. I mean, it's an incredible poster. I love it so much. It's just it's a great poster. So they released that, and they released the trailer, which you know, we shouldn't even bury the lead. We should just get right into it. As I speak, perfect timing. Movie King, welcome to the stream.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. This is the first time that we're talking one-on-one, so it's nice to have that.
The feeling's mutual, man. The feeling's mutual.
Awesome. Darkness, my friend, how you doing?
Well, hello. It's been a while,
It's
John.
been a minute. It's been a minute.
It has been a while, my friend. First DC stream. Now I'm on a Marvel stream here on the channel. I love it.
Let's go. Yeah, gotta have that balance. So
Yes.
You guys both have seen the trailer.
Yes,
Yes,
and
I
I really liked it. I really liked it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah, I really liked it too. Well, yeah, it was really good though. It was really good. I can't wait for you to watch it.
Oh yeah, I've been dying to see this footage. I mean, without further ado, man, we gotta watch. We gotta watch.
Let's go, boy.
Let's do this.
All right, here we go.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Oh man, he looks great.
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Some of the best comic book movie suits ever.
Kirby, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing is going to change.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Silver Surfer.
Yes, we are. Your planet is now
And she looks
marked.
really good too.
She looks really good.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Oh, he looks great as Reed.
I just love this dark feeling this trailer has.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together.
Those suits, oh my god.
We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
Ah, his powers. We finally see him.
We will protect you.
Oh man. Great way to end it.
That was a
Wow.
peak trailer.
Wow.
Damn
Wow.
good.
Wow.
Damn good.
It looked fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It reaffirms everything that I've already thought. This film is going to be top tier MCU. Whether it be top 10 or top 5, it's going to be top tier MCU. Not only that, I think it's going to be one of the best recent comic book movies yet. I firmly believe this. Same goes for Superman, and I think, people,
Superman.
I know it. People pin them
Peak.
against each other.
DC peak, baby. DC peak. DC's going to win against Marvel in July, baby.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything on that.
I mean, probably because Superman has more hype than Fantastic Four. So
I'm staying out of this conversation.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying either. I'm excited for both, realistically. Like, I'm excited for James Gunn's Superman film because that's the beginning of the DCU, the true beginning of it, seeing how that's going to truly start off. But I'm also excited for this, though, because these characters have just been really what's the word I'm looking for?
Mistreated, mishandled. Yeah.
I'd like to say misutilized, only because look what happened with the Rise of Silver Surfer, and then the rebooted Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm.
Good casting,
I like the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, so look at those two films, for example. Oh boy, there's been a lot of misjustice when it comes to these characters, and I will say that this film definitely has a lot of potential heading into it because this is the time that the characters, in a way, can be redeemed from the sloppy filth that we have gotten out of them when it comes to the Fox versions of these characters, both in Rise of Silver Surfer and in Fantastic Four reboot, or like whatever that film was called. I forgot what it was called, but
Fan Four Stick.
Yeah, exactly. Fan Four Stick. Thank you. Like those ones, this is the chance for the MCU to do what Fox could never do, which is actually make good Marvel movies. And it starts with Fantastic Four First Steps, and it continues with the first MCU X-Men movie.
Yeah, you're preaching. You're absolutely preaching. I mean, I have fun with the first two Fantastic Four movies. They're not particularly good, but they nailed those dynamics in terms of the chemistry. Like, Chris Evans is Johnny Storm, say no less. But
he was great.
Yeah, for sure. But this will be the first great Fantastic Four movie. It's going to be the definitive live action iteration. I think these are obvious things that the teaser trailer gave me, and now the official trailer is absolutely giving me those vibes and this hope. It's just reaffirming everything that I know in my core it's going to be. This is, we talked about Superman and Fantastic Four. They have similarities in terms of, the hopeful and the optimistic themes, but also the reason why I'm rooting for both of these in July, while I'm super excited for both of these in July. We're going to be feasting.
July's going to be a good month for not just superhero fans, but it's also going to be, and I've been saying this for a while, it's going to be, like, in a way, competition friendly wise battle month between DC and Marvel, and I'm for it, man. I am for it. Like, that's going to be like which of the two wins in July at the end of the day is what I'm more interested in. Like, which performs well and which movie has the better story. That's what interests me the most.
I'm definitely curious on the box office.
Box office especially.
I think Superman got that in the bag.
Superman's my all-time favorite fictional character, so I'm rooting for my boy. But I also adore Fantastic Four. They've been one of my favorite comic book teams since childhood. And what I'm seeing here, and what I'm also seeing for Superman, is you have directors and creative teams that care about not only filmmaking, but the source material. They're taking it to heart. They're doing the research. They're doing the homework, and they're delivering, look at it. Like, it looks like a Jack Kirby comic. It looks like the Mark Waid fun nature of these characters, but you also have what I was hoping for, like the Jonathan Hickman sort of complex and mature explorations. And this trailer does a great job of selling you on like the impending doom of Galactus and Silver Surfer. You have the fun interactions at the beginning, but then you have like the dread that these villains are coming for this Earth, and the Fantastic Four have to step up. And you get this feeling that everything's on the line, and that's what I love. I love consequence. I love, the feeling that this trailer gave. I mean, it completely nailed tone, and it's everything that I want in a Fantastic Four movie. I mean, I just firmly believe it's gonna deliver. And Matt Shakman is the guy for the job. This was not John Watts's movie to make. Him leaving was the best thing that could have happened, because Matt Shakman was destined to make this movie. And he
it was always meant to be him.
It was, and before he booked Fantastic Four, he was going to direct Star Trek 4. And I always remember that because I understand why he got the gig, because he loves the space exploration. He loves the looking to the stars aspect, the adventure. Like, he gets it. He really does get it. He's name dropped, actual comics, where a lot of directors are like, yeah, I've read the comics very generally. Give me depth, give me what you read. And Matt Shakman is, he's the man. He's the man. I think he's crushing it. He has a clear vision for what he wants for this. And I love it. I think, bottom line, in July, healthy competition is always good competition. And these, exactly. Both these comic book movies look quality. They look fun. Like, I'm all for it. So that's the general feeling on this trailer. When talking about the cast, man, the cast. Oh man, the cast.
I'm still
the cast.
Pedro.
Same here. Same. I'm still skeptical on Pedro Pascal, but I mean, all in all, though, I will say this. This isn't me saying that Pedro Pascal is a bad actor before people come after me. That's not at all what I'm saying.
He's far from that.
He is not a bad actor. Like, look at Mandalorian, Joel from The Last of Us, which I am really curious to see if they actually do kill him off in Last of Us Season 2, or if they won't. If they do, oh man, no, fuck. But yeah, man, Pedro's great actor, but it's just him as Reed. I still don't see him as Reed. I mean, the look I can kind of get, but when it comes to like his performance and again things like Mandalorian, The Last of Us, it's just like I feel like they casted him in this role because of how much of a name he's making for himself in like those said roles. So that's why I'm just like, I'm still skeptical on Pedro as Reed, but I'm still willing to give him a chance because I like Pedro Pascal. He's a great actor, like I just said. So I'm open to see what he delivers and see if he can actually pull off being a good Reed Richards. Because John Krasinski, he was it, man. He was it.
Yeah, man,
and I was so sad when I heard that, yeah, he's not returning as Reed Richards. I'm like, damn it. He was so good.
Taken too soon.
I know. That's why I'm just like, look, if Pedro's really like as great as how some people have like said and thought he is going to be, then I got to see for myself, man. If he's good, I will publicly say out loud that, hey, I was wrong to be skeptical. He is great. But if I have a problem with the casting choice, you're going to hear me be honest about it.
And that's fair. For me, I've always liked the casting from jump. I just I saw the vision, and it's just gotten clearer as time has passed, and it's clear what they're going for. They're going for the father figure. They're going for the father figure that has layers of inner turmoil, which is something that you can see with him as Joel in The Last of Us. He was incredible in that episode premiere for season 2. He
was great.
The therapist scene.
Good.
I know, like the range that he's showing in that therapist scene, where he's going through a range of emotions from you just see it in his eyes, and he lifts his eyes, and he's incredible actor, and yeah, I see him as Reed. I'm really rooting for him as Reed, and you know, it's not conventional casting, but I see it, and I think he looks great. I think my man has aura.
The aura on this man.
I mean, look, the white streaks, the stash, they kept it. I respect that. And he looks great in the suit. I mean, he looks like a leader stepping up.
Not just him. Everyone's suits look.
Everyone.
They all look so good.
They're
look
top
so
tier.
Good.
Top tier suits. I mean, I love the boots and oh god, they're incredible.
Yeah. I hope that please, I am begging the MCU. I am begging them, when they come into the MCU and when the MCU reboots post Avengers Secret Wars, they keep the retro aspect of the suits, but just adjust them. Don't change them entirely, please.
I think they might, because it's the MCU. They'll have to change suits to sell toys. So
I'll be heartbroken. I mean, I'm open to modifications and stuff, but
right.
Yeah, oh man. This is look at this. This is sauce right here.
I know.
Mean, it's unique, it's different, it's simple, it's perfect. It's I love the blue and white, the boots especially are awesome. The belt, like I couldn't praise these suits enough. I love
definitely
so much. So that was Pedro's Reed. I think I'm most excited to see him in the film, because it's not the traditional casting that you would maybe like. No one thought of him for Reed.
No one. I was hoping for John Krasinski to stay, or someone else.
And I get it, but this is it's exciting casting because it's different casting, and I think he's gonna crush it. I have so much faith in him, and he looks great. And then you have, I mean, Joseph Quinn. Joseph Quinn is, people hated on that casting. I did not get it. I mean, it's such an obvious good casting. He's charismatic. He's relaxed. He just has that classic Johnny energy.
Yeah,
he's slowly winning people over. I knew he would. And generally, he's one of the best actors working today. He has such range, and he's so versatile. Like when I was watching A Quiet Place day one, this man was acting his ass off, and I was like, we are so lucky to have him as Johnny. He's great casting. We're so lucky to have this cast in general, because I think they've nailed it. So I love this moment here where he's like, yeah, I'm just kidding, like you're way out of your league or way out of your depth. That he delivered that perfectly.
Yeah, he did. The one thing I'm kind of curious about, especially as we get to like the Galactus aspect of this, is like, are we not going to see what he fully looks like or hear his voice until we get to the actual film itself, like when it does release?
Most likely, I think. I think they want to keep that a surprise.
Yeah, at most his eyes, I think.
His eyes.
Yeah, which they did in the San Diego Comic-Con pre-roll footage. They showed like a close-up of his eyes. I could see that much.
Okay. Well, the other thing I do want to ask before I do dip, because I got to dip in a couple of minutes because I got a tutoring session, but I decided to come on here though because I really wanted to talk about this.
Got you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate it.
But no, not right now. But in a couple minutes, I got to dip though. But I'll say this though, because we're talking about Galactus. Could Dr. Doom, RDJ as Dr. Doom, possibly appear in this though? Because it's like he's for alternate version. Him and Reed have that history. So I mean, we haven't seen anything about Dr. Doom. Could he kind of be saved as something, as a surprise in the film, or?
We know they filmed a secret cameo.
They did.
People are saying Chris Evans.
God, I hope not.
That would be I need to know the context of that before I'm, fully judged. Like,
I think it's definitely RDJ.
It just makes sense. This film is integral to the MCU storytelling. We know they're in Doomsday, right? So having that initial tease, Doom is coming. Like, it would make a lot of sense. I think it's very likely post-credit scene, whatnot.
And this would be a better way to set up Doctor Doom than how he was teased and set up in Captain America: Brave New World in that forgettable post-credit scene.
That
That was
teaser was dog shit.
that terrible, terrible,
It was
terrible. I enjoyed the movie for what it was, but terrible post-credit scene.
Yeah, I respect
No
that.
sauce, no sauce. But yeah, we'll see on that front. Finishing off the cast, because I do want to talk about everyone. Vanessa Kirby. I mean, what do we need to say? She's perfect as Sue Storm, and they do confirm her pregnancy in this trailer, which
I was surprised they did that. I was like, whoa, they really just confirmed it here.
Yeah, they confirm Franklin is coming. But I like that because Sue Storm has been treated the worst in live action Fantastic Four films when she's, one of the most compelling female Marvel characters, superhero characters in general. Like, she's gotten such a bad rap, and making her a mother, making her defend her child against Galactus. We know that's what the plot's going to be. Galactus is coming after Franklin. It's going to give Sue something substantial to do. She's gonna be the heart of this movie. I think that's what I love about this movie. I think they all are gonna have moments that solidify them as the heart. They're family, and you get that from the trailer that they need each other. I love that. But yeah, Sue Storm finally getting something to do. Thank God, so welcomed. And getting her in the role is such a win, such a get for Marvel Studios.
Definitely. And I will say this about Sue Storm, though. It's just like, because they're bringing in Franklin, are they gonna like maybe also do like
Valeria?
Maybe are they also gonna do her? Like, are they gonna pull like a Revenge of the Sith? And when I say pull a Revenge of the Sith, let me explain. Are they gonna do one of those? Oh, we think it's a boy. No, and a girl. Oh my God. Are they gonna do one of those moments in this film? If they do that, if they do that, I'd be like, ooh. Yeah.
That
anyways,
could be something.
Yeah. Anyways, I got to dip though. I got to go to my tutoring session before I get yelled at. So, see you. So, John, thank you for having me on.
Of course.
And
always a pleasure to have you, my man.
Yeah.
See you, man.
Hopefully, I'm on more. I want to be more on these panels, man, because I like these streams.
Yes, sir. I'll reach out. I'll make sure to reach out. Take care, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you, man. Enjoy yourself.
So that's Sue Storm. Lastly, we have Ben Grimm, Ebon Bachrach, from The Bear, who is also perfect casting. I feel like I've been saying perfect for all of them, but they are. Ebon is RDJ level perfect casting. He's gonna bring such depth and emotion and humanity to this role. I like the choice that his voice isn't as gravelly. He's still Ben Grimm within the perceived rock monster or whatever this film is going to portray him as. I mean, he's perfect. He's perfect, and he has that energy to a T. CGI generally good. Generally good. Yeah, generally good. Especially with the Silver Surfer, Galactus, high stakes. I don't want to say third act. I don't know if it's going to be the third act, but they nailed what they needed to in regards to CGI and scale. Speaking of CGI, I mean, Silver Surfer, Shia LaBeouf, Julia Garner is portraying this role, and they definitely made the model look like her. And yeah, she looks great. She looks great.
Yeah, seeing her was a surprise because before this casting, I never even knew that there was a female Silver Surfer until someone told me. I was like, oh.
Really? You didn't know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I never really read the Fantastic Four comic. That's why it surprises me. I thought it was always just knowing that. So seeing her was kind of surprising. At first, I wasn't really mad or anything. I was like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Let's not write this off. Let's see where this goes. Maybe it's good.
Yeah, it so far so good. I think we're all getting Rise of Silver Surfer vibes here in terms of Johnny chasing this Silver Surfer. I like that. The trailer looked interesting, but I just have a feeling that this movie will have a mixed reaction. Interesting. Okay.
Probably, because I think this movie already has a lot going against it. Because there is a lot of rumors going around saying that Johnny is not going to be as much as a playboy like he used to be in the older movies, and then you have the whole thing with Sue and gender politics. So do with
Oh
that as you
God.
will.
I
So yeah,
the Johnny stuff in particular is silly. You can tell who a lot of these people have not picked up a comic. It's so evident, you know.
yeah.
Um,
I'll be honest, me neither.
there's honesty there. I love that. And you're not being a voice of authority. That's like, no, this is how Johnny's supposed to be. This is character assassination. This, that, the other. No, this is what we need out of the character. I love Chris Evans's take. I mean, he's so fun and charismatic. But what I'm looking for in these Fantastic Four movies is depth and complexity. And Johnny has, he's always been, carefree and sort of arrogant, and he's always had that energy. But there's always been something at the root, at the core, that the movies haven't explored yet. That he actually is, pretty smart, and we haven't seen that yet. There's a lot that the earlier movies did perception-wise. They damaged the Fantastic Four in a few ways, and I think this movie is going to get it right. It definitely looks to be that way. So I think that is silly. Sue Storm, I know people are going to have a problem with her. I wouldn't say leading the film, but she's going to be a central part of it for sure. Her being pregnant, her giving birth, her protecting Franklin, like she's going to be at the forefront. But that's what we need for this character. We need to switch it up. We don't need the same old, because the same old isn't that good for this team. But yeah, so I think you're right. There's going to be some controversy that shouldn't be there to begin with, but it's the usual suspects. So we'll see how that goes.
Annoying.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ride, but I do think this one is gonna be like a must-see Marvel event. The Fantastic Four generally are a known team. They've been around since the 60s. I think they have some pull in that regard. And you got an all-star cast. I think that is going to help as well. I think it's going to do very well at the box office. Whether it does better than Superman, I can't tell you.
Probably not.
I'm very curious on performance. I'm rooting for both of these, but I'm very interested to see what July is going to look like. But generally, as a fan, I'm feasting, and I'm happy because I'm getting two quality comic book movie projects that are going to deliver and be faithful and be fun. And I'm ready. I'm so ready. We finally see Reed stretching. I like that. I think it looks really, really good. I know some people are like Uncanny Valley that he stretches. I've never had a problem with the effect. Even going back to the early 2000s movies, like I took it for what it was, and it looked fine. Here it looks good, and Matt Shakman, he's going to do a lot of creative things with these powers that we haven't really seen on screen yet. Delivering a faithful but fresh take on these characters. I mean, I'm so ready. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm just grateful that it's not streaming energy beams like Kamala's, because if it was that, we would have had some problems.
That was you can do that to Miss Marvel, because I've never been a Miss Marvel fan to begin with, but Reed Richards, they knew what they were doing. They're like, Reed has to be unique. He has to be, that's his sort of look. Even though, yeah, the power sets between each character are slightly different, but to the general audience, they're gonna mix them up. But yeah, he looks great. He looks great. So let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about within this trailer.
Oh, how about the shot of the Earth getting destroyed? I think
that is a great shot. That's a great shot. in regards to the filmmaking aspect, like Matt Shakman has a vision. He was going to direct Star Trek 4, and you can tell with this footage, like he has such a cinematic quality. It's incredible. He's been a TV director for the longest time, and you could tell he's had that itch to make it to the big screen and to share his vision for things. And it's very promising, very cool. Yeah, this is a crazy shot. I do think the rumor. I think everyone in the know kind of agrees that this Earth is getting destroyed. Yeah, like they're gonna try and save it, but yeah, it's Gonzo. It's Gonzo, and they're gonna have to, transition to the MCU, which could be very, very interesting storytelling wise. That they're a family, they're heroes, they're actually explorers, they're scientists, which is again another thing that Matt Shakman has nailed, who these characters are at their core. But as you can see in this footage, the world is treating them as heroes and celebrities, which I like that aspect a lot. So when they fail, how are they going to feel about that? Having to live with that trauma.
They would be devastated, because that's one thing I really do hope that happens in this movie, because nowadays in the MCU we didn't really have that much stakes anymore, usually because we know the characters are gonna live, they're gonna win, they're gonna be the bad guys or whatnot. And since this movie takes place in an alternate universe where we don't have to worry about other heroes or trying to connect to a larger universe, this could be the one movie where there's actually stakes, where we can actually question whether or not the heroes could actually beat this unlooming threat. Like, can they do that? Because we're not restricted by continuity and all that. So I really do hope that they lose.
Yeah, it'd be great for the storytelling, and it'd be different. We don't see the heroes lose all that often. And that's what I love about DC. The advantage that they have is that they have Elseworlds. They can give us main continuity, but they're expanding. They give us alternate takes, alternate versions, and they're not restricted by continuity. That's what I love about this movie, is that Matt Shakman is concerned about getting the Fantastic Four right first, and he's created this retro-futuristic Jetsons-like world that is so stylistically different from anything we've seen, and so beautiful on the eyes. An incredible new backdrop that generally just keeps things fresh. I can see general audiences looking at this and being like, "This is different." That's what we need, and that's what I'm just head over heels for, man. I think it. I'm so ready. I could not be more ready for this film.
I can't wait for this shit too. This is going to blow everyone's
Oh
minds.
man, I know. I'm just looking at like the Fantastic card too. Like Matt Shakman has such an insane attention to detail about it, being faithful, getting it right. He's very much done that. Johnny flaming on, that's always cool. As a kid, Human Torch was always my favorite. It's different, it's fresh, and I like that. In every regard, the time period, the alternate universe backdrop, them being treated as celebrities. I like that this is an established world. Like, they're already the Fantastic Four. We don't need to see the origin. I think we are largely tired of origin stories, so we're skipping that. And they're going on the Ted Gilbert show, I think it's called. And they're being put on the stage. There is a weight on their shoulders that they're gonna feel, an added pressure, because not only does the world know about them, but they love them. They're crazy about them. They have Fantastic Four merch. And I think it's so genius to take that angle, because if and when they lose, that just makes it all the more impactful.
Soul crushing.
Yeah, man. Like the fact that they have to live with that, and then going into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, where they get a second chance. They're like, no, we can't let this happen again. We got to step up. We got to give it our all. We got to, we got to save the day. I think plot wise, it's really, really compelling. I see what they're trying to do, and I'm digging it a lot. Yeah. So let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about this trailer.
Galactus' gigantic ass feet.
That is the last thing that we didn't
gonna be the
really talk about. Yeah, like Darkness was like, are we going to see the full Galactus look? I think they're going to keep that close to the vest. Like Marvel knows that we have yet to get a comic accurate Galactus, and it is a huge deal. So these little teases are nice. I like that we've seen his helmet, we've seen his feet. There's an air of mystery there. We don't know, or general audiences really don't know what's going on. But the general tone is giving you like this sinking feeling that it's over. It's like they're gonna fight, they're gonna try, but it's going to be it's high stakes, consequences, all that stuff I love to see in comic book movies, where you feel the consequences, you feel that things are never going to be the same. That's what we got with like Guardians 3, that sort of conclusion, that sort of high stakes feel. That's what I like. And of course we have lower stakes stuff, fun stuff, but this movie looks to have a balance to where we start off very fun Mark Waid, Jack Kirby nature, and then the film takes a different stance, a different angle. They're like, okay, now this is where the movie gets serious, impending doom. Let's lock in and deliver an epic, grand scale. I just think it has the balance. I see clear as day what Matt Shakman is cooking, and I love it.
Yeah. And then one other thing I absolutely do love about this trailer is that, unlike a lot of other MCU trailers, it didn't have that typical interrupt serious moment with a joke type thing. So I'm glad that wasn't here.
True. And even if they did, it was a very natural, like you have the Johnny moment where he's like, you're out of your depth. Yeah. That's very in character. That's very natural. That's very, it fits. It's not out of character. It's not ruining the tone of the trailer. The trailer is structured well, where it knows what it wants to be at the start of it, where it's like, this is the Fantastic Four. This is the fun, goofy, dynamic that we all know and love. And then here's us locking in. Here's us doubling down on world-ending stakes, basically. Yeah, I just think there is a clear vision of what they want. I love that shot. I love the way it looks. There's a clear vision of what Matt Shakman wants to achieve. And you can see that from the filmmaking, from the source material, the adaptation, the references, the Easter eggs, the everything. It's so clear. And I do think it's going to be a hit for Marvel, and it's going to be, until the X-Men arrive, they are going to be the face of the MCU. Going forward, they're going to be incredibly crucial, which is awesome. That's what I love to see. That's what they need to be. They are connective tissue. I love it.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that wasn't their main goal first, to make the Fantastic Four the mascots of the MCU when Tony Stark and Steve Rogers died. When they didn't do that, that was kind of weird to me, especially since they've had the rights to the characters for about 6 years, and only now they're starting to do something with them.
Yeah, you're not incorrect on that. I enjoyed Phase 4, but it took a sidestep. And it put him in a bit of a corner where we still don't have really a face for the MCU, not in the way that RDJ or Chris Evans was. Like, yeah, you can say Spider-Man, but he's owned by Sony, so he can go at any moment. Doctor Strange, yeah, T'Challa at one point, was going to be, that's what heartbreaking. That he was lined up to be the next RDJ would have been awesome. Yeah. Captain Marvel, we know what's up with her. Despite me not really, I don't mind Captain Marvel. But there's just no one right now that has that mainstream must go see appeal that RDJ or Chris Evans has. But I think with the Fantastic Four, you have this prestige, elite, all-star cast that I think people are going to respond to. I think they hit the four quadrants. They different fan bases, different types of fans coming together to see this cast is I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. And X-Men and Fantastic Four, they are going to be the faces of the MCU, as they should be. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see them cross over with other MCU characters. Like Reed Richards and Spider-Man is going to be such a hype moment. Johnny Storm and Spider-Man, of course. But I do have, like, Matt Shakman has such a clear vision. A vision that is like I'm so in love with in terms of the backdrop and the style and the identity that he's giving it, that it's going to be hard for them to transition out of the MCU and to, God forbid, like give them nanotech and like.
Oh God, no! Please, no! Do not give them nanotech.
Even though in the comics, like, yeah, there's been nanotech type, material that they've worn. Like, I get it, but it's just the general a borderline trope that the MCU has done, where it's like, okay, we're modernizing these characters. Let's give them all of it. Let's firmly set it and connect it. And the appeal of this, one of the appeals is that it is standalone, that it is focused on being a Fantastic Four movie first. And you don't have to worry about any other baggage, any other connective, tissue. So when you put them in the MCU, you're taking away all this sauce, bro, all this unique vision. So what are you going to give me to rival that? It's like setting the bar super high. What are you going to do to up the ante for a sequel? Like, this is next level. This is some next level stuff. And it's different, which is what we need. So, for the sequel, what are you going to do? So I have questions about that. But that's looking far down the road. Overall, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I guess the sequel could be about them adapting to the new MCU universe, where they have to adapt to a whole bunch of new technologies, how people interact, that kind of stuff. If it's about that, I wouldn't mind it. But personally, I think I would have just preferred when Phase 4 started, they just have the Fantastic Four there from the jump, so that we can get a trilogy of them in that universe. And then by the time the third one goes around, you can do the Galactus storyline. So then when the world gets destroyed, when the Time Secret Wars comes, then you could put them in the MCU, because then you had 3 movies with them in that universe. So when they die, you'll really start to care about them. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't think you're incorrect on that. I think we'll see what they're going to do with RDJ, Doctor Doom. I'm a little more optimistic about it than a lot of people in terms of what it could mean for the storytelling. But it's also one of those things where that story requires buildup, man. The first Doctor Doom that they're going to go up against is not their mainline Doom. It's Tony Stark evil.
That's bumming me.
It is. Like, I'm let's see the execution. I'm open to it, but it's just generally like where like the Fantastic Four out the gate, you should have established them and pushed out them as a franchise and just properly establish them and build up to the god tier dynamic that is Reed and Doom. Like them clashing it's one of the best hero villain storylines out there. One of the most compelling. So now that they're facing a Doom that's not their own, but when they eventually face their mainline Doom, like what's that gonna look like? And it's just a lot of questions about Marvel sort of objectively rushing towards Secret Wars, because they want to like soft reboot. They want to switch some things up, and they want to potentially clean house on a couple of things. That's why we're not getting a smaller scale Avengers movie establishing the main team. So I think there are potential issues that we'll see, and questions that I have. But yeah, I mean, we'll get there when we get there. But for this first film, it looks super promising. It could easily end up in my top 5 MCU movies of all time. Like, I have high hopes for this. And Superman, I think July is going to be incredible for fans. That there's just a lot of hype going into both these films, and hopefully they can succeed and thrive off of each other, because that's what we need, in terms of, it's creative teams that are passionate about the filmmaking and source material, and the themes of hope and optimism, just very traditional old school vibes, which I miss. We haven't even spoken about Reed and Sue's romance. They're bringing back the power couple, which is awesome. And you see that with Superman and Lois Lane. Like, there are a lot of similarities between the two. And I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for both. And I'm going to be seeing both multiple times, no doubt, because we need more comic book movies like these. It could be good, not great. Like, we'll see. But I have this firm belief in the way that I had for like Matt Reeves' Batman, that this is going to be a top tier comic book movie, that they're going to deliver. They're going to deliver. Both Fantastic Four and Superman, I think, we're not ready for the peak we're about to witness. But yeah, overall, great trailer. The teaser trailer was great. Overall feeling for the Vision, and this really solidifies the main plot and more the world that the Fantastic Four are in. And the tone is so right. The tone is so right. World-ending threat, the looming doom, like it's great. And the dynamics, man, they couldn't have assembled a better cast. Like, this is just prestige, elite, the most versatile the Fantastic Four has ever been in any iteration. They locked in, and this is going to be a powerhouse team. But Movie King, overall thoughts on this trailer?
Yeah, I have to agree with everything you said. It looks pretty good. Like I said, kind of like my only negative is just really just Reed and Pedro, but it's not really his acting, it's just his age. That's pretty much it. I have nothing against his acting. It's just him being almost 50 and playing a character that I think Marvel have been around for 10 years is.
Yeah, he's got to be around for a decade, man.
Yeah, I was hoping to at least get someone younger, but like I said, Pedro can easily change my mind because he is a great actor. He's a great actor, so I assume he's going to change my mind by the time the film comes out.
Yeah, and nothing to say that in 10 years this man still won't have aura. Like, I mean, he could age and just age even more into the role. I want this team around for 10 years. They need to be. And this is an awesome cast to leave some heavy lifting to, for sure. I think they nailed it. And July cannot come sooner.
I'm super bad for my wallet. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the wallet is gone for sure. And the thing is, like, I didn't even need this trailer to be sold. Same thing goes for Superman. Like, you could release one trailer and I'd be there in July in a heartbeat, because I'm sold. Like, I get it. I'm in no dire need for more footage, because I'm there. I'm there. And the fact that we're only 3 months away is man, it can't come sooner. We are sad. We are sad. But yeah, great trailer that they decided to release randomly while I was at work. Thank you, Marvel, for that, because it's been on the mind since. But that trailer delivered, man. That was awesome. So
It really did.
yeah, that's the official trailer. Movie King, where can people find you, if anywhere?
You can find me either on your Discord or just on my YouTube channel, even though I don't really upload YouTube videos like that anymore. But if you still want to follow me there, it's very much appreciated. If you want to find me on Discord, you can find me on John's Discord.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, my man, for the first time. So you're more than welcome on future streams. And future's bright, man. Future's bright. Can't wait for Fantastic Four and Superman in July. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that's been the stream. Thank you everyone for popping in. I appreciate the conversation. And we will see you very, very soon. Until then, take care.